Was it unusual to use a location so far from the studio base?
I don't think I would say that. I mean, even going back to more ITC productions like William Tell, an awful lot of that was shot in that area of North Wales, not actually at Portmeirion, but in that part of North Wales, because the scenery there is so suitable for European. I mean, it can be the Alps, it can be alpine valleys and so on there, and it was very beautiful scenery for that, and quite a lot of stuff has been shot in that area. I don't think it was unusual to be that far away, not really. Anyhow, there was nothing that would, there was nothing like Portmeirion. Where else could you find a village? I mean, obviously, you see, Pat was looking for a place. It had to be a place that was not quite clearly geographically defined by its architecture and its surroundings. And so nowhere else would you find a village which was quite clearly not English or not any other particular thing. This was a complete strange mixture, which was obviously what Pat had to have. I don't think there was anything else like it in the country anywhere, so the fact it was that far away was irrelevant. Incidentally, it's interesting to think in a way that this idea also showed itself perhaps to some extent in one of the Danger Man episodes where Pat went to Russia and landed up in a village which was a complete replica of an English village. So there was again this idea of a place being built specifically for purposes for spies, and the idea of this village was training spies, Russian spies who were going to come to Britain. And it had, London buses and things like that, and it was a village built in Russia to accustom them to what England was like before they were actually sent here.
Did the Rover balloons give problems?
Rover was a problem. I mean, Rover, again, the original idea of Rover was that it was going to be a purely mechanical contraption, and one was built. They'd thrown it away by the time I got to Portmeirion. They built one and it just did not work. I don't know why. It was supposed to... since then they've made robots like in Star Wars which do sort of go over rough ground and do all the things they're supposed to, but they hadn't got around to making that sort of thing then, and this one apparently just did not move or go or do what they wanted to do. It obviously did not work. And so they had to come up with very short notice with some other idea, and I don't know whose idea it was, but somebody suggested this rather strange balloon idea, which were obviously meteorological balloons, not very fully blown up, and that being sort of easy to achieve because it existed. You didn't have to build it, it was there, you just had to go and buy some. Was brought in at very short notice because they were actually shooting and waiting to shoot with this thing. It had its problems, of course, because you can't make balloons like that do exactly what you want to do. The wind blows and they go the other way, but it wasn't too great a problem in the end. It had to come and land on a particular spot. The easy answer was to start it on the particular spot and let it blow away and shoot it backwards. I don't think a great amount of it was done like that. Some of it might have been done by the second unit, where they were doing sort of just individual things specifically with Rover itself. They probably did much more of that. But where we were using a Rover in the bigger scenes, I don't think any of that, but a lot of that was done backwards. Most of it was done. It was reasonably straightforward. You had to plot it according to how the wind was blowing and what you wanted to do, but with various rather carefully concealed strings and things like that, you could make it do what you wanted to do in the end within reason. It wasn't bad.